Hi everyone, it's Alex Sparks here from Sparks Finance and I'm your local mortgage broker in Bathurst. Today's video is getting pre-approval. Why is it important? Pre-approval, for those who don't know, is essentially you going to the bank before you're looking at buying a property, going and speak with the mortgage broker and saying, I want to buy a property for this much, I have this much deposit, can you have a look at my finance to make sure that you will give me the money when I find a property? And getting that locked in, a pre-approval generally lasts for about 90 days. So a pre-approval is essentially just the bank sort of confirming that they are, that they are happy with your current position and happy to lend you the money when you find a property. Now, this is really important because it helps you, number one, understand what you can actually buy for. So you may go into the process and say, great, I want to buy a property for $800,000, but you might only have a borrowing capacity to buy for $700,000. So it gets your expectations aligned to sort of say, yep, we know that you can purchase for this much. We've got the finance pre-approved. Now all you need to do is find a property and get a valuation on that property. So understanding what you can buy for is the number one thing around getting a pre-approval and why that's important. Next one is, have confidence that the bank will actually lend you that money. So, you go, okay, well, great. Well, there's no point in me looking at properties at 800,000 when I'm only approved for 700. So you can go into that property going, if I like this property, I can potentially put in an offer knowing that I've got that finance already pre-approved. So getting confidence with the bank will lend you that money is really important. And it also opens up that negotiation leverage, which we'll run through in a moment. The next one in here is to save time and beat the competition. When we get pre-approval, the bank will basically look at everything. They'll look at your pay slips, they'll look at your bank statements, they'll look at your credit reports, all that kind of stuff. So when we get that pre-approval, the bank will say, here's your pre-approval. All you need to provide us now is a contract of sale. When you find the right property, I'll get a valuation order on the property. So we skip that entire process of bank waiting times. So as soon as you find the right property, you can go, great, I want to get an offer, you get your offer accepted. Now, if you go in and say, for example, you're buying a property at 700,000, you put an offer, they go to another couple comes in, for example, and says, I want to purchase for 700. It's highly likely that the agent with the vendor will look at those two bids and go, we've got some potential buyers here at $700,000. They have a fully assessed pre-approval. We know the broker. He says the money is all good, ready to go. We just need to get the valuation on the property. And then you look at here and go, well, these people have offered $700,000. We have no idea who they are. They have no pre-approval in place. They haven't even had a meeting with the bank or a broker yet. We just don't know. So it's highly likely that the agent is going to recommend your offer because you've got everything there ready to go. You've saved time, okay? And once again, you'll be able to beat out this competition because we'll be so far ahead. So that's super important, especially in a hot market or a really attractive property, because it might be multiple different offers in there and yours can stand out because you've got all your shit sorted. Next one in here is locking your borrowing capacity. Now this is specifically, prevalent in the last 12 months, given that interest rates were rising quite consecutively. It locks in your borrowing capacity. Some banks will say, okay, well, if you get approval for 700,000, you've got a loan for 500,000, assuming you don't mess with those sort of parameters, even if the interest rates do rise, your borrowing capacity will still stay at that 500,000. Now, some banks who don't have this go, well, if the interest rates increase, your borrowing capacity might go down, and therefore, it's not really a fully assessed pre-approval and it's not locked in. Locking your borrowing capacity can once again give you that real confidence knowing you're going to get that money, even if the interest rates do fluctuate one way or another. So the next thing here is more negotiation leverage, as we just went through before. So if you can go into, you go in and you want to put in an offer and you can say that, I've got a fully assessed pre-approval. My broker is Alex Sparks at Sparks Finance. Feel free to give him a call if you have any questions around finance, but we want to put an offer in this property. We want to move quick. We'll get a built-in pest inspection done. This just helps you within that negotiation because it gives you a bit of leverage knowing that once again, you've got a plan, you've got everything organized, and it's highly, highly likely that finance will go through, assuming your offer is accepted. So if that vendor is in a position where they want to move pretty quickly, they'll go, great. Even if your offer might be $5,000 less than the other, they may accept your offer just to make sure that they can get this done quickly. So by having a pre-approval in place allows you that leverage within that negotiation to make sure that you're the one that they want to accept the offer from, okay? And we got little sort of tricks of the trade that we can sort of help you do that if you do get to that stage. But yeah, negotiation leverage is super important. The other one in here, and this is for people that are, say first home buyers or people who are looking at sort of government schemes, is really just locking in your government scheme position. So, with lenders, like CommBank and NAB, if you're a first home buyer and you want to get on the, regional first home buyer guarantee list, but you need to get pre-approval for that, and that will lock your spot within that guarantee within that guarantee position for 90 days. So if that's something you want to get on with that, there is only sort of a strict amount of places per year. So it's really important to get on that, if you're looking at buying, to get on that list as soon as you can to make sure that you've got that spot secured so you can then go and purchase a property. So, pre-approval is a super important part of this process because if you were going to wait and just go, well, I'll only get finance when I get an offer approval of the place, by the time you may assume that you'll get a spot, but then you go and get it and they go, sorry, we don't have any spots left. You'll have to pay the lender's mortgage insurance or whatever that might be. So it's really, really important that if you're a first home buyer or looking to go on the family home guarantee, or if you don't know what these are, just let us know and we can run through that with you. Getting your position locked in will give you super confidence knowing that the government will guarantee that. You won't have to pay lender's mortgage insurance and you've got that for 90 days. But there's just a few reasons why getting pre-approvals are so important. Within our market, as I said, you getting that confidence around your finances is just the most critical part for me. And to save time, be able to beat the competition, and obviously give you that leverage moving forward. It's a really important idea to have a chat with someone who can run through your finances to make sure that you're in a position to buy for what you want, and then we can get you set and really sort of help you within that journey to get a property. But pre-approval is a great way and a great first step to go. But if you guys sort of have any questions and you want to get pre-approval, please don't hesitate to reach out. More than happy to help you through that, and can't wait to get you guys into a new property. Thank you very much.